What's going on, Triad Hip Hop family? This is your man Kurt from Triad Hip Hop Podcast, bringing you another lyrical breakdown. So, as you probably already know, today I'm doing one of my favorite rappers from the West Coast, my man King Crooked, aka Crooked I, aka King Crooked from California, California Crooked, all types of monikers, you know what I mean? So anyway, this is a joint he did back in 2019, and it's called Soul. And he just blacked out. Now, the reason I really like this one is not just the rhymes. The beat to me is sickening, and it's like such a good beat to just black out on, and it just fit him perfectly. So I'm gonna probably do the whole song. It's like you can consider it one verse, or you can consider it two verses with a little small interlude in the middle. But I'm going to treat it like it's one long verse because I like it. It seems to kind of coincide. Like you can't just do one without the other. So anyway, this is my man Crooked I, Soul. We're going to break down those bars. I'm going to let you hear it. We're going to break them down when we get back. Give my man his flowers. You know what I mean? Because this dude is so underrated. So let's get it.
Y'all do the same shit. Me and my dudes going ape shit.
Yo, puffin' on that shady cigar, that's Drew Estate shit. Tetragrammaton on my arm, that's Jewish faith shit. A hoe took my notebook to get a close look. She so shook, thought it was raps inside. I drew a spaceship. Whoa. Your pineal gland, now watch your dude spark it. Used to rap for props, now your soul is my new target. I'm at the BET Awards on the blue carpet. Journalism, I'm taking over a new market. The new Spartacus, the gladiators back. Imagine hating that the whole industry's infected. Imagine if magic made a rap. I'm surviving the virus, I'm still alive, I'm the livest. Now what you bastards say to that, huh? You Roger Ailes rappers, y'all old news. The God flow, Jesus walks in my own shoes. Baby want some no boo, I said no boo. Pull up in my old school and ate some soul food. Soul.
Kind of soul that hit your spirit like the good Bible or some incense and a good vinyl.
Bars ain't over, although it looks final. Peanuts, I got you covered, I'm the hood's Lionel. I blanket the blogs with fire catalog, yeah. I'm taking my dogs higher than Adderall, yeah. I'm thankful that y'all even fuck with my raps at all. Reppin' California, the weather's warmer than analog. Push a button, peel a top back. The nose on the blower so long it look like I'm holding a shop vac. To every trade, I'm a jack, shout to combat.
Rest in peace, my nigga.
Okay, I'm back. Dominic is Uncle Nicky, 150 grand on my neck at the Grammys. Taking the struggle with me, y'all worried about Giuseppe's. I'm worried about being a legend like Gillespie when the beat made by my brother Dizzy. Is he crazy? Psycho beats, he's flipping daily and rappers getting hyped cause they drop one freestyle. We've been doing this for 26 weeks now. Whoa, 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 let's calm it down.
Whoa. You know what I mean? My man said he been doing this for 26 weeks. Whoa. So listen. So first of all, go check out anything Crooked I. You know what I mean? Whether it's Slaughterhouse or whether it's on the single, you know what I mean? Solo tip, any of his joints. He goes back, way back. So this man been doing it for like 20, 25 years. And so he been doing it for a minute. So trust me, it's high quality. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into those lyrics. So, I like how it starts off. You kind of hear him doing some background vocals. He like, yo, y'all do the same shit. Me and my dudes going ape shit. You know what I mean? And then he goes straight into the bars. You know what I mean? He said, yo, puffing on that shady cigar. That's Drew Estate shit. Tetragrammaton on my arm. That's Jewish faith shit. So, right off the rip, or, he killing you with the bars, you know what I mean? Because he said, puffing on that shady cigar, that's Drew Estate shit. You know what I mean? Drew Estate is the brand for the cigars. So, and then he said, tetragrammaton on my arm, that's Jewish faith shit. So, the tetragrammaton, that's the symbol that a lot of Jewish people use. It's not the Star of David. It's a little bit different. But, you know what I mean? It represents the whole Jewish faith, and it's almost like, if I remember correctly, I believe it's almost like if you know the chakras, the different chakras of the body. It's something to that degree. So anyway, I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole nother conversation. But, he just starting off with the metaphors, and the bars is just incredible already. So he said, a hoe took my notebook to get a close look. She so shook. Thought it was wraps inside. I drew a spaceship. You know what I mean? So that's dope right there, because for one, he could have kept rhyming, with the notebook, hoe took, all that. But he went back with the spaceship to rhyme with the Jewish faith shit from the bar earlier. So that's another dope internal scientific rhyme right there. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably a real thing that happened. A hoe took my notebook to get a close look. She so shook. I can bet somebody probably tried to get his little rhyme notebook and ran off and opened it and realized he just had some drawings in there and was like, looking stupid. You know what I mean? So anyway, he said, your pineal gland, now watch a dude spark it. Used to rap for props, now your soul is my new target. You know what I mean? So that to me was dope right there. He said, your pineal gland, watch a dude spark it. Meaning, he gonna make you think, he gonna spark something in the brain and that pineal gland. And then he said, used to rap for props, now your soul is my new target. You know what I mean? He like, I'm not even rapping to show off anymore. You know what I mean? I'm rapping to fuck with your soul. Like Nas said, fuck with your soul like ether. You know what I mean? So he said, I'm at the BET Awards on a blue carpet. Journalism, I'm taking over a new market. I mean, come on now. He killing it. So right there, you know what I mean? He said, I'm at the BET Awards on a blue carpet. You know what I mean? I think he likes to reference the blue because he is Crip affiliated. Now, I'm sure he's not trying to gangbang in his age right now, but he's just still repping just because he's loyal to that color blue and all of that. You know what I mean? And then he said, journalism, I'm taking over a new market. As you know, Crooked Eye, anybody who follows him knows he's getting into doing a podcast and being a media spokesperson type of representatives. You know what I mean? So I really like that. And I think that, he does a good job of that. Any interviews that he's done, I've really liked thus far. So he's working on that Crook's Corner joint right now. So, definitely go take a look at that. So anyway, all right. Said the new Spartacus, the Gladiator is back. Imagine hating that the whole industry is infected. Imagine if Magic made a rap. I'm surviving the virus. I'm still alive. I'm the livest. I might have wrote that wrong. I apologize if I did. But I really like the part he said, imagine if Magic made a rap. You know what I mean? Talking about Magic Johnson. He said, I'm surviving the virus. I'm still alive. I'm the livest. You know what I mean? So that's dope right there. Then he said, now what you bastards say to that, huh? He said, you Roger Ailes rappers, y'all old news. The God flow. Jesus walks in my own shoes. That's dope right there. Roger Ailes, if y'all don't know, was the CEO and head of Fox News. So that's why he said, you Roger Ailes rappers, y'all old news. He's an older guy. I think right now, he's under some scrutiny for sexual harassment from women or whatever, but that's a whole nother thing. But the bar was just more so, representing him being an much older person. So that's why he said, you Roger Ailes rappers, y'all old news being Fox News. Boom. And he said, the God flow, Jesus walks in my own shoes. Then he said, baby wants a no boo. I said, no boo. Pull up in my old school and ate some soul food. And then he goes into the small interlude, soul. And then, like I said, the beat is sickening right now. You know what I mean? Soul. And then he said, then he goes into the second part. He said, kind of soul to hit your spirit like the good Bible on some incense and a good vinyl. You know what I mean? So this is like, this whole bar to me embodies the spirit of Crooked Eye, because you can almost see him sitting back just smoking a cigar with this bar. He said, the kind of soul that hit your spirit like a good Bible on some incense and a good vinyl, or some incense and a good vinyl. And then he said, bars ain't over, although it looks final. Peanuts, I got you covered. I'm the hood's Lionel. Now, I'm sure most people who know Charlie Brown and the Peanuts know the correct name of the character is Linus, not Lionel, but you know what I mean? We gonna give him a pass for that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just get names wrong and it still works out, you know what I mean? Because people know what he really means. So, you know, we're not gonna even worry about that. He said, bars ain't over, although it looks final. Peanuts, I got you covered. I'm the hood's Lionel. And the character that he's talking about, Linus, yeah, that's why he said I got you covered, because he always carried the blanket. You know what I mean? He was the one that always carried the blanket. And then he said, I got you covered. I'm the hood's Lionel. I blanket the blogs with fire catalogs. Yeah. I'm taking my dog higher than Adderall. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he's still keeping on with the metaphors on Charlie Brown and the Peanuts. You know what I mean? He said, I'm taking, I blanket the blogs. I blanket, meaning I throw a blanket or I throw a cover or I cover it up completely. I blanket the blogs with fire catalogs. I'm taking my dogs higher than Adderall. You know what I mean? We already know what the Adderall joint is. All y'all motherfuckers hooked on the pills and shit. You know, stay off the drugs. Stay off the drugs. Anyway, he said, I'm thankful that y'all even fuck with my raps at all. You know what I mean? So he's showing some gratitude right there. Like, you know, y'all don't really have to fuck with me. Nobody's forcing you to do it. So I really appreciate you taking your time out to even listen. You know what I mean? And that's how everybody should be. You know what I mean? Because nobody's forcing you to listen. So, you know, that's why I always really try to show some gratitude when we do the podcast. I'm always like, I'm really thankful for y'all for checking us out, sticking in with us, you know, listening to us just, you know, ramble on or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's always good to be thankful. So, and then he said, repping California, the weather is warmer than analog. So there's a discrepancy there. I'm not sure, you know what I mean, on, you know, some people say he's saying the weather is warmer than analog, like the old way we used to do the signals before everything went digital. It was analog, was the signal. And then also I saw a couple of interpretations say they spelled it said warmer than analog, which was ANALA, which is an actual term in another language that means fire. I think it's Sanskrit. You know, so a lot of people are interpreting it that way, meaning maybe that's what he's talking about. Now, I may be wrong. He might be doing that because, you know, I know he's, you know, Crooked is a dude that's really deep. He studies a lot of shit. So it could be something that he studied from another language and said, okay, we're going to do that. So it could be. You never know. But anyway, it's hard to say. I don't know how analog would work as far as the signals. I don't know if that would work with that, but, you know, the other one would make more sense. But if he was saying the other one is in the word from the other language that means fire, it's a dope, you know, lyric, but not many people will catch it because not many people will know about that. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's still a dope bar though. So he said, push a button, peel the top back. The nose on the blow is so long, it looked like I'm holding a shop vac. You know what I mean? The shop vac, for y'all who don't know, is like the vacuum that's got the really long hose. I mean, super long, probably a good 20 feet long. You know what I mean? And it's one of those vacuums that comes straight out the wall. There's like a little connector at the wall. You just stick the hose on. That way you can walk around the whole house with it. And you know what I mean, and vacuum instead of having to pull out a heavier vacuum that you got to roll around, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, he said, to every trade, I'm a jack, shout to combat, rest in peace, my nigga. Okay, I'm back. So that's dope right there. So for y'all who may not know, he said, to every trade, I'm a jack, shout to combat. Now, so that's kind of a double entendre right there. So to every trade, I'm a jack, meaning it's a reference to the term jack of all trades, meaning I can do anything, you know what I mean? So that's why he said to every trade, I'm a jack, shout to combat. Now, that's the second part. You know, he's giving a shout out to Combat Jack because he's a famous personality in hip hop. He used to also work for The Source. He's done a lot of media stuff. He had a podcast. and he just passed away a few years ago, I think in 2017. So, he was referencing him as well. So he said, to every trade, I'm a jack, shout to combat. And that's why he said, rest in peace, my nigga. Okay, I'm back. Meaning, now let's get back to the song. He said, Dominic is Uncle Nicky, 150 grand on my neck at the Grammys, taking a struggle with me. Y'all worried about Giuseppe's. I'm worried about being a legend like Gillespie. Man, listen. So Dominic is Uncle Nicky, 150 grand on my neck at the Grammys. You know what I mean? He like, yo, I'm at the Grammys. I got 150,000 on my neck, meaning my jewelry costs at least that much, if not more. You know what I mean? So 150 grand on my neck at the Grammys. Then he said, taking the struggle with me. Y'all worried about Giuseppe's. I'm worried about being a legend like Gillespie. When the beat made by my brother Dizzy, is he crazy? So that's kind of a double entendre there, which is really dope, because he said, y'all worried about Giuseppe's. I'm worried about being a legend like Gillespie, meaning Dizzy Gillespie, a famous musician. So that's why he said, I'm worried about being a legend like Gillespie. And then he said, when the beat made by my brother Dizzy, is he crazy? So that's the double entendre. The person who made the beat, he goes by the nickname Dizzy. And then, he's talking about Dizzy Gillespie. You know what I mean? So, I mean, man, listen. Right there. Anyway. And then he said, haha, psycho beats. He flipping daily and rappers getting hyped because they drop one freestyle. We've been doing this shit for 26 weeks now. Whoa. You know what I mean? Let's calm it down. Whoa. So, it's, and I'm probably butchering it a little bit, with the read back, but I'm just kind of giving you the breakdown of, how the words were metaphorical and entendres and all of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of going through and how it translated for me. If you are anybody out there who knows a different translation of any of that, we're welcome to, we'll open the comments. So hit us up. You can leave a comment here, or you can email us at the Real Triad Hip Hop Podcast at Gmail. I know that's a long as hell email. We're going to get a new one. One of these days we might get a new one, but if not, y'all just have to deal with it. Save us in your contacts. But anyway, for the lyrical breakdown, this is your man Kurt. I just wanted to drop that and give my man Crooked Eye his flowers. I believe he's already been on our lyrical breakdown segment. I believe I did one from him before, but every time I hear something new from him, I'm like, damn, I might have to do this one. So, go check out any of the lyrical breakdowns. We try to get that top-notch, real street lyricism that really can make a real hip-hop head proud, you know what I mean? And we like to just create a dialogue of, here's what the lyrics meant to us, and here's how we broke them down. And if you have a difference of opinion, let's chop it up, you know what I mean? Catch us live on the podcast every weekend on Saturday, somewhere around 4:30 in the afternoon. And we'll do it again this coming Saturday, all right? And I apologize, I'm a little late on this. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but my schedule didn't allow it, so I hope y'all still enjoy it. And like I said, until next time, peace.